Hey guys, it's Sarah from New England Junk Journals, and I'm just coming on to show you these 4 small junk journals that I'd made a little while ago. Yeah, so it turns out I have a lot of junk journals that were just hidden away in my house that I had just made and stuck in corners, and I don't know, I was on a roll. Now this I had called my blue collection, and there were actually 7 of these. One went to somebody that I can't remember, and 2 just went with my husband. One for my mother-in-law and one for my sister-in-law, as presents to them. So yeah, there used to be 7, and I called it my blue collection, even though you can clearly see that this one is green, but that didn't stop me. I put it in there anyway because I liked it. Now these are very simply decorated, so it will not take very long to flip through all of them. I was searching for blue ephemera to put in them, and I found a kit off of Creative Fabrica. Yeah, this was one of those, it didn't look in the pictures the way that it came out, I guess, or I should have been a little bit wiser. Everything that printed out much smaller than I expected it to be, and kind of not as well put together, but you'll see what I mean in a minute when I flip through them. But I'm going to start with this one. Now these were all very simple. Just making sure I'm in frame. Okay. Made with wallpaper on the inside and the outside, and I just stitched them together. And for each of them I started with kind of a sturdier scrapbook paper, and I made a little pocket out of it. And I just tucked in some different things. This came out of like a little gift book. You know, like you go to the Dollar Tree or something like that, and they have those little books with inspirational quotes and scriptures. So I loved this, for with God nothing shall be impossible. And also this one, there's nothing like a dream to create the future. So I had chose a few of those to tuck in my books. Ones that had, you know, blue. This is a cute little, like maybe like a Post-it note, I guess, from Hallmark. And it's just adorable, and it is, I think it's, I didn't bring my glasses, but it's Marjolaine. Oh guys, can you, where is it? Where's the signature? Right there. Can you read that signature? I forget her last name. It's like Bastion or something. But yeah, there it is. Okay, Marjolaine Baston. Yeah. And I've seen some of her beautiful, beautiful like books that have like hand-drawn like garden things. Oh, lovely. Love to get my hands on one of those books. But I did find these Post-it notes. You guys are gonna hate me for saying this, but I think these also came from my local transfer station. One day I will take you guys on a tour and I will show you where I get these wonderful goodies. But it's so cold and snowy, just can't do it right now. And here is a French postage stamp in blue on this coloring page. This is some wallpaper. Sorry, I got a phone call. So I have this beautiful wrapping paper here, and this is one of the first pieces of ephemera that came in that kit. And it is this teeny tiny pocket. Isn't that so cute? It has like a little church tower on top, or a clock tower. And, oh, I hope I didn't glue this in, guys. Oh, there we go. it also came with like some labels and stuff. Or this may have been a second kit or a second part of the kit. But yeah, they had some like blue labels and things. So I just tucked one in here. Now this page came out of a work basket magazine. So I have a few of those. This is a 1961 February work basket magazine. And here's another one of those little pockets that came with that blue ephemera kit. And this button card that I actually backed onto coffee dyed cardstock. So it was on just a thin printer paper when I printed it out, and so I wanted it stiffer. So I backed it on that. Now we've got another cute little blue postage stamp, the Antarctic Treaty. Now this is an 8-cent stamp, so that was from quite a while ago. And this here is a little envelope. I don't believe I have anything in there. This came from a children's encyclopedia. Just some regular lined paper. Here's another piece of ephemera. And this was just a little square pocket. But when you put it together, the clock tower is is oriented this way. So I mean, I guess I could stick the pocket in, but the clock tower would be upside down, and like that would so bother my OCD that I stick it in upside down. And then I've just got a blue piece of note paper right here, which is vintage. No wait, yes, technically it's 1995, so technically it is vintage. And this is just some scrapbook paper that I was trying to use up. I had this budget planner worksheet with this beautiful blue text. I think this came out of like, it's not Happy Planner, but it's another one of those that are bound in with those little circles. And this is a card. Got an old stamp. This came out of a Childcraft magazine. Childcraft encyclopedia book. Some dot grid paper. A little pocket here. This was made from a children's book about Hawaii. And so there were several like map pages, and I believe there's one in each of the collection. This little faux library card. Yeah, you just call it library card, I guess. Backed onto coffee dyed cardstock, and a cute little envelope here with a label. And then there's another little pocket on the side. Another blue, I used up a lot of blue postage stamps, guys. This is another, like, I guess it was a pocket. I mean, it has flaps that wrapped around to be glued down, but then it had this decorative border. So I just glued the bottom, and I slid in this vintage playing card with this beautiful Ming vase. Yeah, the other side of that income sheet. And another tiny little pocket, and I just put in some stamps. George Mason. This one says Ferry Boat 1990s. So I just stuck those in there. The other side of that encyclopedia. This is the other side of the envelope. I wasn't really sure what to do, so I just left the the liner on that sticky part. I guess someone could, you know, use it to glue in a whole nother sheet of paper. Look at this. This is actually from a notepad. So all of the notes, the note papers were shaped like narwhals, which I thought was so cute. And that's on that wrapping paper. And then this is the back. And I just had this really cute thank you card. So you could definitely write inside as well. And then a blue piece of stationery. And that was it. So that was the first one. And I'm gonna flip through these kind of quickly because they all tend to follow the same pattern. Here's like a little envelope that had that blue stationery. And some cardstock that I folded up to make a pocket. Again, that little post-it note. However long the night, the dawn will break. And faith has to do with things that are not seen, and hope with things that are not at hand, by Thomas Aquinas. And then, hang on, let me see if I'm still in the frame. That's better. Some more little postage stamps, a coloring page. This was a different wrapping paper. I believe these are vintage. It is 1971. I cannot believe that this has a teeny tiny little copyright, but it does. 1971. And that's more of that work basket magazine, like a little library pocket. And that same encyclopedia. And I just glued this right to this piece of scrapbook paper. It's a label with a butterfly. This is just a different kind of note paper. Now this was a tiny little envelope, and I put a little stamp of an American poet, and just our luck, it's empty. There we go. Oh, and the narwhal got put right over here. Another one of those beautiful Hawaiian island maps. That thank you card. Another pocket with a little label. See, and another thing of a stamp. Now most of these stamps I got from my grandmother. I have a whole bunch of like extra special ones that I don't use, you know, that are just like for me to collect and save, that came from her. But then there were other ones that were, they're not rare or anything, but they do make an excellent junk journal supply. Now this is a blue one. And I just loved all of the wallpapers that I picked out. They were so cute. Okay, this was a big boo-boo. Like this was, okay, I don't know if you can see. Can you see those staples? You probably can. Yeah, I really messed this one up when I was putting it together. And yeah, I ended up stapling it, and I don't know why I thought there was a good explanation for that, but I did. This is another label, Beautiful and Blue. And that playing card. The Post-a note. And this, I guess it was a receipt, I think. Receipt for soap on some coffee dyed cardstock. This is a piece of vellum with these beautiful roses on it and like a lace pattern behind it. So that's, I think, instead of the wrapping paper. I used vellum on this one. Yeah, I think all of the envelopes are empty. Put a little label on this, which is empty, but you know, it can be filled with something nice. Yeah, they made like teeny tiny envelopes and teeny tiny pockets. It wasn't at all what I expected when I had gotten the digital, but you know, it worked out. Again, one of those really weird pockets that just kind of folded in the back and then had like this extra decorative edge at the bottom. And that's that blue piece of stationery from like a day planner. You can see I kind of just mass made like all 7 of them using mostly the same items. Oh, this was, it is from that same Hawaiian book, but it had a picture of this beautiful raptor of some kind. This has another greeting card. Not a thank you card, but no copyright on this. It's just Current Incorporated, Colorado Springs. But I think it's vintage. Another baby pocket with a label. That does come out. Again, lots of stamps used in this. That's the back of that vellum. It just has that lace. Another little label in a teeny tiny pocket. And then the library card. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. And it's time to start living the life you've imagined. Really like this pink and a green and blue, I'm sorry, purple, green and blue plaid. That's that. And the last one, and I'm sorry, I have to keep standing up because my monitor doesn't work, is this. I love the gold mixed with, next to the blue. Although not gold quite, maybe like a bronzy color. Little corner tuck here. Another kind of a library card. And this was just a really big journaling card that was, you know, had like a torn and tattered edge to it. We got purple here instead of blue. You got some blues going on too. Oh, I love this stamp. The ability to write, a root of democracy. And this must be clipped on somehow. Or maybe it's just a tuck spot, and I'm pretty sure that is what I did with it. I made it a tuck spot. Do I know why I did that? Nope. This is supposed to lay flat so that you can write on it. Fold it backwards. And then this is a tuck spot. I was getting creative, guys, I guess. A couple little pockets here. Look how tiny they ended up. So cute. Less practical than I'd hoped they'd be, but they are cute. More stamps. Another one of these. A little thank you card. So they are, again, very minimally embellished. Just a little bit here and a little bit there. They're definitely, you know, plenty of use as a writing journal for sure. With some different elements of interest. This one says, if you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else, by Booker T. Washington. And once you choose hope, anything is possible. Christopher Reeve. So those are my blue collection of journals. So small, just little one signature journals. I forgot to even count the pages. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 25, 27, so 40, 54 pages. I think that's right. Guys, don't check my math. Something like that, though. So there's all 4 of them. Thank you guys for watching. I haven't decided if I will put these up in my Etsy shop yet, but possibly. So keep an eye out on my Etsy shop. Give it a favorite so that you can be notified when new items go up. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.